I don't know about y'all, but if y'all ever lost someone and y'all just still feel their presence, you know what I'm saying? Like they still here. It just doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? But this is about situations that possibly ended that they, of course, didn't plan out. Everybody know when you lose someone, it's no time limit on grieving. It's literally no time limit. It can just be at the most random times, man. And I want to let you all know that my prayers are within you all. And I ain't gonna lie, like I be having to just remember to appreciate life for what it is. One like equals 1,000 prayers, man, to anyone who have ever lost a loved one. But more importantly, man, one like equals 1,000 prayers to the family of the individuals that were affected within this video. So let's go and get into it right now. See what's going on, man. Y'all stay prayed up. All praises to the Most High. Let's get it.
Fuck about me right now. If you tell me you don't give a fuck about me right now, on some real shit, I swear to God, I walk away, man.
I never said I didn't give a fuck about you. You know I care about you. Ricky, stop.
Tell me.
Stop. Chill
no,
out.
tell
Chill
me.
out, bro.
No, tell me right motherfucking
Chill
now.
out. I'm
on
telling
some real
you.
shit.
I'm telling you.
So you tell me you don't give a fuck about me.
I'm telling you that I care about you. You
no,
know this.
on some real shit. Tell me right
what
now.
What are you doing? Why did you just do that?
No, tell me on some
Chill
real
out.
shit. I don't give a fuck.
Why did you just do that?
Tell me on some real shit you don't give a fuck about me.
Ricky, I never said I didn't give a fuck
Tell
about
me
you.
on some real shit
like,
you don't give a fuck about me.
I don't. Why are you upset? Like I don't. What did I say?
Because I'm upset because I fucking love you.
Oh.
But what did I say to you?
Okay. So what's going on here? It sounds like that they're a couple. And I know this is probably too soon to say this, but what I'm getting from this, man, is that this lady is having an episode, like a bipolar disorder, like a, episode, like a manic episode. I'm not sure the details that's going on, but how she's speaking and how she's sounding, it's very much sounds like that. But it sounds like that they're a couple. Let's finish watching it.
What did I say to make you upset?
Because you made everything that made me upset.
What did I say to you? I
no,
came all the way over here to be
on some real shit. Tell me right now you don't give a fuck about me. You don't care nothing about me.
I came all the way over here
Tell
to
me.
drink with you and chill with you, and now you're doing this stupid shit.
You're not doing
like
that.
You slamming fucking furniture around. Like this shit is. I'm not with none of this shit, bro.
And I pay for it.
Okay, it don't matter. Like this shit is not gonna make me stay. Like seeing this side of you is not gonna whatever.
It's not gonna make you stay.
Whatever you're trying to do is not gonna work. Like I'm not. We are friends. Like I done told you this. I love you. I care about you. But at the end of the day,
Are they friends?
We cannot be together. Like
why?
Look at how you act.
Why?
Look at what you doing.
Why?
Look at the shit that you
Why?
doing.
No, don't touch me.
Look at the shit that you
going
doing.
on?
This is why.
Why?
I'm answering you. You're answering your question right now with this shit. Like
you never gave a fuck about me when you found out about me and Jason. You never.
So who passed away? Did this girl in this video pass away? Or did the girl that's crying pass away? Like did somebody unalive somebody?
You never give a fuck about me then. On some real shit. You never gave a fuck about me then. If you did, you would be here.
What are you?
You would be here with me.
Hey, look at me. Did you follow me on Instagram yet?
Nope.
If you did not, then you need to follow me on Instagram. Come on over to Instagram. Why haven't you followed me on Instagram yet? It's on the screen right now. It's pinned below in the comments and it's in the description. So it's no way you can miss it. Come on over, man.
Because somebody that loves somebody, you will be here regardless.
I do love you.
No matter what goes on, you will be here with me.
I'm trying to be your friend. Like, we have not been in a relationship ever.
Right. And I'll try to show you that I want to be in a relationship with you.
But I've been telling you since day one, I don't want a relationship right now. And I told you that we need to stop doing shit that people in relationships do because it's not going nowhere. Okay. So chill out, calm down, fix your shit.
I ain't gotta fix shit.
Relax,
I'm so fucking mad at you.
Why are you doing it?
Because I'm so fucking mad at you.
I didn't do shit to you though.
You pissed me the fuck off. No, bitch, don't play me.
Bro,
no, don't play me. I don't give a fuck if you hit me, bitch. I swear to God, I hit you back.
I'm not hitting. You're
What?
hitting me.
No, I'm not playing with you.
Can I sit down, bro?
No.
Bro, watch out,
But you see
bro.
that I give a fuck about you. You see that I fucking care about you. Why are you doing this?
I promise you, I'm about to call the police. You're doing the most.
Am I?
I'm not. I can't do this shit.
Is that what you want to do?
This. Look at this.
So I'm super caring about you.
I'm not. Oh my
No, be honest. I'm stupid for caring about you.
No, I'm stupid for bringing you liquor, bro. Like, I should have never done that.
You ain't gotta bring me a goddamn thing. I can do it on my motherfucking
Oh, she's drunk.
Okay, but I should have never came over
Yeah, she
here,
definitely
bro.
faded.
No,
I knew, like,
because I wanted that. Like, I wanted to see where you
and
was.
look what you doing now that I'm here. You keep saying, you keep confirming that you know that there's nothing between us, and then you act like everything is cool. You pretend that everything is okay. You lure me over here, and then you do this. Like, you crying and all up, like, you all in my face. You keep trying to fight me. You pushing me and shit.
Because I care about you.
That's what you do when you care about somebody. You try to beat on them.
Yeah, this sound like BPD for sure.
That's not what love is, bro. Like, what the fuck?
So what happened?
I'm just trying to go home. No, bro, I'm just trying to go home so that to prevent any fucking thing from going wrong, bro.
Anything for what, Kat?
Okay.
Okay.
Right now, I'm about to clear up some confusion that I may have caused. Answer the most frequent questions I've seen in the comments, and please don't be mistaken. I'm not answering this for y'all. I'm answering this because the family and mother and her loved ones might have these questions as well. First of all, when I posted this video originally, I mistakenly hashtagged BPD. Upon reading the comments and doing some better research, I discovered that is not the correct abbreviation for her diagnosis.
What is it?
Okay, so BPD is short for borderline personality disorder. That was not her diagnosis. That was my mistake. She was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, type 2, manic depression, and psychosis. So, people that are talking about BPD are not wrong. I put that in the hashtags on accident. Second thing, we were not in a relationship. This woman identified as straight when I met her. Who is Jason? I can't say everything that I know about him because it's not my place to. But Jason is the father of her then 7-year-old son, who also lived 2 houses, 3 houses away from her. And I didn't find anything out about him. I don't know what she was talking about with that, unless she was trying to tell me something. Why did you keep going over there? You was playing with her. You was leading her on. You should have left it alone. Why didn't you leave? You should have. We hadn't seen each other in almost 2.5, maybe 3 weeks. And we had limited our messages. Like I said, we cut back. Why were you laughing? I tried to explain part of that in the caption, but taking accountability for one of the times that I laughed, it was not out of nervousness. It was when I asked her, what did I say to make you upset? And she said, because you make everything that makes me upset. I'm sorry, that was funny to me. Because like I said, later on you'll understand when I was saying that she just was saying incoherent stuff.
Yeah.
Before the video started, that kind of made me think something was actually wrong. And
she
again,
was under the influence
I did not
too.
know about this diagnosis before this video was taken. I found out after she passed. Why did I bring more alcohol over there? We met at a job. She had gotten laid off, and I got laid off like 10 days after that. Before we had gotten laid off, we already decided that we needed to chill. Like, this woman was straight. She has a son. She hit me up saying she was sad about losing the job and that she was feeling strange and she didn't want to be at home alone. She just wanted to have a couple drinks. On Thursday, she was like, okay, I'll have some liquor by the end. I was like, all right, I will too. So, of course, we met up. I'm thinking, I'm gonna go over there and tell a couple jokes, you know what I'm saying? Make sure she good, type shit. When I arrived, she was already approaching her limit. But I don't know her limit, she does. So I said, you know what's up, I'm here, let's take a shot. I took my shot, I sat down on the couch. She sat down on a separate couch and we started talking. She turned on music through the TV and it was playing on a sound bar. Both of those were on top of a mantle with photos and everything above a fireplace. And she was just kind of saying incoherent stuff to anything that I said. What you been doing? Did you watch the new episode of Good Girls, I think is what we were watching at the time. Mm-hmm. She was like, no,
I just don't think so. I just don't think so right now. I'm like, what? So I'm like, okay, probably she just probably drunk. So I'm chilling on the other couch. She turned on the music. I think I already said that. So music is playing, and then she tried to get up to approach me on the other couch and dance. I declined, and I stood up. And I was like, come on now, you know that's not why I'm over here. Like, I thought you were upset. I came here to, you know, make sure you good. Come check up on you. I'm not trying to do that. And she was like, what? I'm like, nah, for real. You know, I'm smiling. I'm like, nah, for real. Like, chill. Like, we not doing that. Like, again, we both agreed to stop doing, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. And we had stopped for weeks. I hadn't seen her prior to this day in person. You don't care about me? Tell me right now. I'm like, huh? She was like, you don't want me? You never wanted me. Why can't I dance on you? You know I love to dance. And she starts crying. And she was like, you know what? Just leave. Just go. I grabbed my motherfucking keys, y'all. I'm scared. The moment I grabbed those keys, that was it. And I tried to step toward the door, physical. I remember a point I had gotten out of the door, and she was grabbing me by the hoodie I had on. And she was like, man, the neighbors out here, you embarrassing me, get back in here so we can talk. Wasn't no neighbors outside, y'all, sorry, it wasn't. She has a hold of my hoodie, pulled me back in. When I got in the house, pushing me, trying to swing, telling me to fight her, and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, not trying to fight you. Like, I don't understand where all of this is coming from. I mean, I did, because I was...
What's sad is that the family knew about this and didn't even tell her. Like, so she had experienced this and didn't know what was going on, but her family being knew that she was diagnosed with this. Crazy, man.
Sticking to my boundaries of us trying to remain platonic. Pushed me down on the couch. And that's when I was like, oh my God, I'm in a movie. Like, pull my phone out, started recording. Now, the crash that you hear before she says, tell me, was the TV, the sound bar, and everything on that mantle. So she took from her hands and went from left to right and swiped everything from that mantle. Right after this video stopped, she was like, when she said, prevent what, Kat? I'm like, prevent anything from going wrong. Like, I've been having bad dreams about you trying to burn the trailer down and harm both of us, blah, blah, blah. She said, you know what, fuck this. Got out of my face, went to the back room. I'm talking about stomping, tantrum. Straight to the back room. Baby, I was out the door. I didn't know what else to do. I was already trying to leave. Y'all keep saying I should have left. Y'all keep saying I should have never went over there. I was trying to support my friend, bro. She wasn't blowing me up with messages and, you know, still trying to figure out where I was. I was like, okay, I guess she, you know, she said, fuck it.
It's crazy. It's crazy that a woman intuition, she just said she'd been having dreams about something, about her wanting to harm something. It's crazy what's going on, what went on.
Side note, this was in 2019. I was 23. She was 33. It was raining. She got in the car, I guess trying to come after me, like come in the direction that she knew that I would be going. Speeding in the rain, no shoes on, a shirt and underwear. She went off the side of the road, flipped a couple times, and was ejected through the windshield.
Oh.
Or I think a day later, the coroner called me. He was like, hey, I'm calling about the deceased. Did you work with her? Somebody said they seen your car there 30 minutes before she passed. Do you know why she would be in a rush like that? She didn't have on any clothes. Why, you know, what happened? After that, I started scrolling through my phone, through my call log. I found her mother's number just to check on her because I knew she had gotten the news because Jason appeared to the scene. So he did see, he saw it. I didn't see it. She was like, what did you do to my daughter?
Wow.
She said, Jason saw your car there. He said you were there. He said the house was trash. He said stuff was thrown everywhere. Oh, Lord.
Wow. I assumed that she was insinuating that I hurt her. However, she damaged her own belongings and I didn't move anything from its place. Just imagine if she didn't record this too, y'all. Like, just imagine. Like, in the way people grieve, man, is you ain't got no control. Y'all just seen the reaction video we did. Like, Jason, whatever it is to her, could have offed her. Y'all seen one of the reactions we just did.
Lord, y'all, I froze up. I wanted to call her and try to console her and tell her everything was okay. She was like, everything is not okay. My daughter is dead. And when she said that, broke down crying. And then she was crying. I couldn't bring myself to tell her what actually happened. Like, no, the family has never seen this video. The family per se didn't blame me, but the way that the mother was asking the questions, I felt like she thought that there was some foul play, which in some of y'all's opinion there was. Somebody said she'd still be alive if you didn't go over there. Somebody said,
wow,
why would you keep playing with her emotions like that? Y'all,
that's
thank God I have had counseling and dealt with this, because boy, y'all would have broke me down.
Yeah, I'll say good thing she had counseling, because, man, telling you, bro.
After this all happened, every car that passed that looked like hers, I was checking to see if it was her. I was having dreams, and not the same dreams, but she was saying the same thing in different dreams. I didn't die. I'm not dead. And I knew it was my self-conscious because the last time I saw her, she was alive. But yeah, I was like, oh no, I gotta go do something. So I did. A lot of things have changed in my life since. I am married now. I don't blame myself. I don't think that anything I could have done would have changed the situation, other than, like y'all said, just staying home. I was aware of what type of doors this would open by posting this, so I'm cool. I mean, I have been deleting comments of y'all calling her crazy and obsessed and all this other stuff because, again, taking accountability, we were doing stuff that people in relationships do, and not just intercourse. Meeting each other's families. I was at a parent-teacher conference for her son, spending time together every day. She met my mother, two of my siblings.
She sound like a dude right here. That's literally what we'd do. Do all that it is, like, no, we ain't want a relationship. And then y'all be like, is it basically what she was doing was unintentional manipulation. It's a lot of us guys do it because we really stand on the word that we say, and we be like, nah, we really don't be knowing that things can go left. We don't really think that far ahead. You know what I'm saying? So nothing she did was intentional. Like, it's just like an unintentional thing, but people would consider that manipulation. You get what I'm saying? I've been called that plenty of times. And when I matured, I understood that a lot of the things that I done when I was younger, like, I'm young anyway, I'm only 25, but when I was like 20, you know what I'm saying, 19 or something like that, like I was in the same type of stuff, meeting people, family, bringing them over, cooking them, doing boyfriend stuff, and just standing on, I don't want no relationship, you know?
She came to eat after like a Sunday dinner at my people's house. Like, all of those are things that people in relationships do that's not just the S word. I thought we were on the same page. I thought we knew we're just friends, but apparently in her mind,
y'all was building something.
It wasn't that. But that's the story time of that night. So thank y'all for sharing awareness about y'all's disorders and things that y'all have been through. I see y'all helping each other out in the comments. I love that. But yeah, that's just...
That's it. Well, I'll open the floor for y'all to give me y'all input and thoughts. And I say personally, man, it's not her fault. And at the end of the day, she didn't have no control over the outcome of what happened. You know what I'm saying? But the smartest thing she ever did was literally leave. That was probably the smartest thing that she could do. Because like she said, she already been having dreams that she was trying to set the trailer on fire and all these other things to harm them both. But in reality, unfortunately, the lady ended up harming herself. I'm positive that, you know, that the mother was having a hard time grieving and really figuring out just what happened to her daughter. Nobody have any answers. You the last person that's seen. I genuinely think that probably the best thing she could have done was probably show her mom that video before posting it on TikTok. Because if that's the first time they seen it on TikTok, I'm gonna be honest, I would be very upset because, like, just imagine throughout the years, if this happened in 2019, just imagine throughout the years of just confusion that she had regarding, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, what really happened at home? And now she really has the clarification now, and it probably just re-triggered all her emotions and everything all over again from whatever it was that she once had regarding her daughter. You know what I'm saying? So I do hope that I misheard when she said that she never showed her the video before posting it. But at the same time, like, she had to go through her own grieving process. And I'm not going to say that people think logically in a situation like that, especially if they feel they're being blamed. I'm more than positive that she showed the cops everything that was needed to be seen. And possibly not the family, because at the end of the day, it probably would have never changed anything for real. They probably could have looked at it like, why was you there? Why was y'all arguing? What really happened? Like, would have been more questions. But ain't no telling. It's some if, ands, what ifs, what do's, don'ts, or whatever it is. Hates to know that this lady had to walk around with the gut feeling to know that she was the last person that to see that lady before she passed away, and to feel like that it was just even her fault.
I'm still alive. I'm still alive.
Little dookie booty, go on and get in the camera.
Little dookie booty.
This is for Keisha, because you clearly ain't learned your lesson. Little dookie booty, go on and get in the camera. Yeah, this is for Keisha, because you clearly ain't learned your lesson the first time. Tell her what the I said.
I can't focus.
Louder.
I can't with you no more.
Cause what?
You messing up my family.
Now.
It's gotta be a
How
skit.
can someone pretend that they didn't know what was going on with her, and all this time they knew what the heck was going on? Like,
Right.
You must have played it out real good for thinking nobody was going to come out and do nothing.
We didn't see any signs, no signals. It wasn't like she was coming around us with black eyes or anything like that. So there was none of that.
Making the murder a shock.
It is definitely a betrayal.
You ever scroll through TikTok and see those couples who seem too perfect? Take Wynter Straw. On the outside, her relationship looked fun, even sweet. But behind the scenes, it was full of control, manipulation, and violence. And
a lot of y'all need to understand that too, man. A lot of these TikTok couples that y'all see, a lot of these couples that y'all see that be online and boasting about relationship this, relationship that, y'all just have no idea what they go through behind closed doors. Y'all have no idea, and then y'all be all surprised when they make an announcement that they not together. Like, dang, what went on? It's just they're very private people, but please don't let social media determine if your relationship is good or if your relationship is bad, and that's for anybody, because people like to compare. You know what I'm saying? They be, oh, my relationship going bad because it ain't like Chris and Clarence and Queen. Like, you don't know what they got going on behind closed doors.
until it ended in murder. Then there's Jessica Edwards. She was a new mom trying to find her balance, but instead of support, she faced resentment that turned into something much worse. And Keianna and Ronnell Burns, a TikTok famous power couple who built a whole brand on success and family values. But behind the scenes, their marriage was falling apart under financial pressure, emotional turmoil, and ultimately, a shocking murder-suicide.
Hey, look at me. Did you follow me on Instagram yet?
Nope.
If you did not, then you need to follow me on Instagram. Come on over to Instagram. Why haven't you followed me on Instagram yet? It's on the screen right now. It's pinned below in the comments, and it's in the description. So it's no way you can miss it. Come on over, man.
3 couples, 3 relationships that played out in front of millions, and 3 stories that prove couple goals aren't always what they seem. This is the story of TikTok couples that were so toxic, they killed each other.
This incident started at about 6 o'clock on Sunday night near the 700 block of Mallet Hill Road.
Wynter Straw was just 25 years old, a bright and bubbly young woman with dreams that stretched beyond TikTok. She had a devoted family and a passion for helping people. Because of her passion for helping people, she decided to become a lawyer.
She's very beautiful, by the way.
Good friend, good sister, great daughter, all around just a It's a good person, a rising star.
Okay.
A rising star. If you met her, you loved her. And if you never met her, you wished you had.
And her mother said she was planning to go to law school.
But while she worked towards that, she became an influencer who had a growing presence on TikTok. She shared dance videos, beauty tips, and snapshots of her seemingly picture-perfect relationship with Renardo Johnson.
Who was interested first? Who said I love you first? Who's more protective? Who cleans more? Who eats the most? Who spends the most money? Who is most likely to start an argument? Who falls asleep first? Who is more annoying? Who loves the hardest?
But behind the filters and the viral clips, their love was anything but healthy. And eventually, those dreams she had were cut short by the same man who claimed to love her.
There's no warning signs. You know, which is the hard part about it.
She was just a beautiful spirit that, you know, didn't deserve nothing.
Wynter met Renardo when she was just a teenager. Their relationship was intense from the start, full of passion, but also constant fighting. According to Wynter's friends, Wynter often posted cryptic messages about love and heartbreak, but they didn't fully understand what was going on behind the scenes because in front of the camera, Wynter's boyfriend, Renardo Johnson, seemed like the perfect partner. He seemed devoted to his wife, even to the point of hoping online to tell other girls that were in his DMs to back off because they were messing with his family.
Little dookie booty, go on and get in the camera. Yeah, this is for Keisha because you clearly ain't learned your lesson the first time. Tell her what the I said. Louder.
I can't with you no more.
Cause what?
You messing up my family.
Now.
But that was just an act, and those closest to Wynter began to see red flags. Small, barely noticeable at first, but they were there. Renardo was possessive. He hated the attention Wynter got online. As her TikTok following grew, so did his paranoia. He would check her phone, question her about messages, and guilt trip her into spending less time online. But her family saw none of this, because Wynter kept it hidden.
We didn't see any signs, no signals. It wasn't like she was coming around us with black eyes or anything like that. So there was none of that.
Making the murder a shock.
It is definitely a betrayal.
As Renardo became more and more obsessed with controlling Wynter, their fans on TikTok began to notice the toxic pattern in their relationship and started commenting that Wynter needed to leave him for her own safety. But in response, Wynter and Renardo made a TikTok making fun of the people who were trying to advise her to stay away from him.
I'm still alive. I'm still alive.
Wow.
I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I'm still alive.
But behind the
to make a TikTok saying I'm still alive is crazy. Like, and just the outcome in this entire situation makes it even more crazy. You know what I'm saying?
scenes, Renardo was getting even more paranoid, accusing Wynter of encouraging the men in her comments section by posting videos they could thirst over. Wynter, of course, didn't see it that way. TikTok was her job. It was what put food on the table. So to her, she was just doing her job. One night, after an explosive argument over a TikTok post, Renardo snapped. Wynter had posted a TikTok hinting at a breakup, a video that would be her last. Renardo, in a fit of rage, confronted her. Neighbors reported hearing screaming and crashing sounds, but when police arrived, they found Wynter lifeless, her life extinguished in minutes.
This was not a spur-of-the-moment thing. The young man, it was premeditated. He thought about his actions and he carried them out.
Renardo had attempted to take his own life afterward, but survived. He later confessed that he couldn't bear the thought of Wynter leaving him, saying if he couldn't have her, no one could.
Because this man looked me in my eye.
That's so sad because this happened before to somebody I actually went to high school with. Like, that saying is so familiar. Like, this girl literally graduated. Anybody from my high school know this girl was one of the most quietest, sweetest girls ever. Like, she really didn't I'm honest, she really didn't talk to nobody. I remember seeing her at prom. I ain't go talk too long, but I remember seeing her at prom and like she was just sitting next to dude that took her life. And she was like, look, I'm sorry I can speak at prom, but my boyfriend is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because she didn't want to speak. And then on top of that, like, she texted me and she was like, I used to ask her to come outside and she was like, no, like, my boyfriend is crazy. He's not finna let me come outside. You know what I'm saying? And then I guess she ended up breaking up with him. This man came and told her, like, well, he said, you're not leaving me. She said, we're done. He said, I can't have you. Nobody can have you. He came to their apartment, shot the glass window out, walked through it. Her mom and little brother was in there. He literally started shooting at her. She's running. She ran out the back glass and was running towards the garage. This man shot her with every single bullet he can and emptied the clip on her in the middle of the parking lot. Like, in front of her whole family, because, and he said that, same words, if I can't have you, nobody can have you. Ran away on foot, and then just, they found him less than a mile away from the incident. Dude, this is just crazy, man.
All the time.
Rest in peace, sir.
And whenever I would talk to him, I'd say, I'm giving you my child a wholehearted, bubbly personality, and that's how I want to get her back.
Wynter's mother was devastated, shattered, betrayed by the man she had once welcomed into her home, a man who promised her he would return her daughter to her exactly as he'd met, laughing and happy.
And he always assured me he would never do anything to hurt my child.
She says Wynter's death has given the family a new purpose.
We want to make it clear, real clear. Domestic violence is not a joke.
Instead, she came home in a body bag. Wynter's death hit her family hard. They were a close-knit family who couldn't understand how they could have missed that she was suffering and needed their help.
When people think of Wynter, I wouldn't think of just a sweet, innocent girl who was out here trying to make her mom proud, make her family proud, and just to do what she loved most.
I'm the baby of my family, and so she was my little sister, and so it just hurt me so bad because I wish I was there for her. I wish I was right down the street. I just wish she would have called.
Her death was yet another reminder of how toxic love can be deadly, and her family was determined to make sure it wasn't in vain.
It's not something that we should take lightly. For those of you that are posting on Facebook and doing all that unnecessary stuff, I don't care what a person does to you. You don't have the right to take her life. You don't have the right to put your hands on nobody.
Tuesday was the anniversary of the night Wynter was lost to another case of domestic violence in this state. Her coworkers wanted to use that day to bring light to the love she shared instead.
And Wynter wasn't the only one who believed she was safe. Jessica Edwards thought she was too.
This is a shame that these girls and these babies and these kids, these mothers, we have to grieve because somebody decided they wanted to take God into their hands.
Right.
It's just too much. It's too much.
Friends and family are still searching for a missing mother from South Windsor. They gathered at Hartford at Riverside Park today to continue looking for Jessica Edwards. It's been a week since the 30-year-old was last seen by her family.
Jessica Edwards was the kind of person who lit up a room. If you knew her, you loved her. If you didn't, you probably wished you did. Jessica graduated from East Hartford High School in 2009, then went on to Eastern Connecticut State University, where she earned her bachelor's degree in English. But she didn't stop there. She had a heart for helping people, so she got her master's in social work from Simmons College in Boston. And that still wasn't enough. She wanted to work in healthcare, so she went back to school to get a degree in respiratory care at Manchester Community College. She was literally days away from graduating, but she never got to walk across that stage. Somewhere along the way, Jessica met Tahj Hutchinson. He was 8 years younger than her, just 22 at the time of her death. It's unclear exactly how they met, but at some point, things got serious. They got married, had a baby, and started a life together. Now, to the outside world, they looked like your average young couple, balancing work, school, and parenthood. But behind closed doors, it was a different story.
South Windsor police are working with state and federal authorities to try to track her down.
I'll be meeting with the town manager and the police chief tomorrow, and we're going to look at all the resources that we have to try to help in this effort to bring Jessica home safely.
On May 10th, 2021, Jessica vanished.
If you know anything about Jessica's whereabouts, call police.
Her husband, Tahj, went on social media and played the role of the worried husband. He posted emotional messages like,
"It's another lonely and worrisome night without you, my love. Son, and I miss you so much. I don't have an appetite to eat or sleep knowing that you aren't here with me. Every time I came home you were always there taking care of our beautiful son that we created. Whenever I was down you always lifted me up. I've never even been so many days without you. My heart is broken right now."
I could just tell by out of this entire text he did it. That dude wasn't hurt. He was trying to make something make sense. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I ain't never seen nobody spell this correct when they really heard. It must be putting extra emojis, extra at the, like, oh, I can't, like, I don't know. Like, y'all get what I'm saying. Like, personally, me reading this, I'd be like, I don't know. Maybe he's just not really enthusiastic or something like that. But that text look a little plain to me, my boy. It's supposed to be in all capital letters. Like, the whole time, the one that did it, man.
Shattered and my emotions all mixed up. Please, 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 wherever you are, come back safely.
He wanted people to believe that Jessica had just walked away, that she left her baby, her family, and her entire life behind.
I love you and need you so much, and our son worries about you too. I feel like he barely wants to eat. Please, I love you so much.
But her family, they weren't buying it. Something wasn't right.
New documents just released on the death of Jessica Edwards. Today, her husband will head to court charged in her death.
Turns out, Jessica had argued with Tahj the night before Mother's Day. It was over a gift, a pair of guinea pigs that Tahj had bought for her.
And the arrest warrant, it states the day before Mother's Day, Hutchinson bought Edwards guinea pigs as a gift and she was angry about it. On Mother's Day, their argument led to a physical confrontation.
Now, was she upset because she hated guinea pigs? Maybe. But what really mattered was how that argument escalated. By the next morning, the fight turned physical.
According to police, he said he pushed her, which caused her ear to bleed. The next day on Monday morning, according to the warrant, their arguing continued, and this time, she said Edwards hit him in the head with a laptop, grabbed a kitchen knife, and he pinned her to the ground.
Jessica fought back. She hit him with a laptop. She grabbed a knife. She was defending herself, but Tahj was bigger and stronger. He pinned her to the ground, kneeling on her neck and back, just like what happened to George Floyd. She struggled. She tried to breathe, and then she stopped moving.
And eventually, she stopped moving and died. Later that same day, Edward's sister went to Hutchinson's home on Cinnamon Springs Road in South Windsor. Police say she told them she saw in the trunk of his Jeep what appeared to be a blanket covering a body.
Tahj left her there, lying on the floor, for hours while their 7-month-old baby was in the house. Then he wrapped her body in a blanket, put her in the trunk of his Jeep, and drove her to a remote wooded area in East Hartford, where he dumped her like trash. And while everyone was searching for Jessica, crying, posting her face all over social media, Tahj was out here acting like nothing happened. Even when Jessica's sister showed up at his house demanding answers, he played dumb until she saw something inside his trunk.
As she demanded him to open up the trunk, Hutchinson sped off. She also told police she found divorce papers filled out by Edwards but was never filed.
It was a body wrapped up. She screamed at him to open the trunk, but Tahj panicked. He sped off before she could do anything.
In the documents, he went on to say he drove to a random GPS location and dragged the body to a wooded area.
What did you
which
expect,
is where
bro?
Edwards was eventually found on Friday by Driver Road in East Hartford.
And that's when police really started looking at him.
How can someone pretend that they didn't know what was going on with her, and all this time they knew what the heck was going on? Like, you must have played it out real good for thinking nobody was going to come out and do nothing.
Tahj's story kept changing. First, he said Jessica had left with friends. Then, he said she got aggressive and he was just defending himself.
Jessica Edwards was first discovered missing May 10th. Her husband, 22-year-old Tahj Hutchinson, initially claimed she got into a car that morning with friends and never returned.
Bro, you're not. It's so many cameras nowadays, bro. They're going to know when you're lying. Like, what go through people's head with thinking that they can just get away with stuff like this?
Police doubted that story and searched areas in South Windsor, Manchester, and East Hartford, finally finding her body in a wooded East Hartford area May 21st. Hutchinson was arrested that evening.
Jessica's body was found 11 days later, and Tahj was arrested. He was charged with manslaughter at first, but the truth was clear.
Nah.
He murdered his wife, and after months of investigation, his charge was upgraded to murder.
He later confessed to having a physical altercation that led to Edward's death. Now, after months of investigation, the initial charge of manslaughter has been upgraded to murder.
Jessica's mother was heartbroken.
No one should have to go through something like this. Nobody should.
And let's not forget, Jessica and Tahj's child lost both parents that day. One to murder, the other to prison.
So I was happy, I was elated. Finally,
How do you grow up just knowing that, like, your father is still alive, but the reason your mama's not here, like, how do you grow up? I'm gonna be honest, that entire family is gonna make sure that that child grow up hating him. No cap.
something has been, I feel like something has been done, something is being done.
I think that should have been the charge from the beginning. So I believe they gathered enough evidence just to make sure that their case was going to be solid.
In November 2024, Tahj stood before a judge and received his sentence, 27 years in prison. For some, it was justice. For others, it wasn't nearly enough. Because the truth is, Jessica should still be here. She should be raising her son, building her career, living her life. Instead, she's another name on the long list of women lost to DV, along with Keianna Burns.
It's crazy, y'all.
What's up, y'all? It's snowing outside. You know, still gotta work, still gotta go make it happen. Get up because you want to, not because you have to. And that's where we've positioned ourselves in our life, that we get up because we want to, not necessarily because we have to. But the fight is never finished.
Keianna and Ronnell Burns weren't just a couple, they were a brand. They built their lives around inspiring others, teaching people how to be successful entrepreneurs.
Hi, I'm Ronnell Burns, and this is my lovely wife, Keianna Burns.
Hi.
Today we're going to talk to you about entrepreneurship and how it greatly benefited our life.
For those that don't know, my husband and myself, we've been entrepreneurs for the last 20 years.
Wow.
And our mission is to bring you guys along to become successful entrepreneurs as well.
I think she
and
did
been
it.
in business over 20 years, guys. One of the fundamental things that
I think she the one that did it in this episode.
we believe is that you should never spend all of your business time building somebody else's business.
Keianna and Ronnell weren't just talking about success, they lived it. Originally from St. Louis, Missouri, they built their brand from the ground.
I know this story. It's so crazy because my mom literally called me about this situation. I know my grandma probably seeing this. Call your daughter. She know about these people. She literally called me, and I think this happened, if I'm not mistaken, this happened in St. Louis or this happened in Atlanta, Georgia. But everybody know about this story from St. Louis. Yeah, I know I'm from St. Louis, so everybody know about this story, man. It's crazy.
They ran For His Glory Ministries, a faith-based motivational platform, and owned Critique Design's beauty and barber salon, where they helped others build careers.
You should be in a position of leverage income where you make money that doesn't require your time. So one of the things that we're going to teach you is, what does the wealthy people understand that the poor people don't? They understand how to make money without their touch. We've been taught to go to school, get a great education, graduate, and get a good job. How about go to school, get an education if you choose to, and go own the business where your money doesn't require your touch, because you only have 24 hours in a day.
For over 20 years, they were business partners in everything: love, life, and money. But in 2021, they decided to take a leap. They packed up their lives, moved to Atlanta, Georgia, and planned to expand their empire. To their followers, they looked unstoppable, but
I'm gonna say something right quick since I know this from the home, man. I don't know if any of her children follow me or whatever it is, but prayers out to y'all, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not making a lot of my comments on this, but in reality, like, this was real, man. This was pretty crazy and sad.
In reality, the move wasn't easy.
I just felt the need to hop on here for just a moment, not long at all, and kind of just talk about, life changes.
Just a few weeks before the tragedy, Keianna went live on Facebook, and what she said, it hit differently after what happened. She wasn't her usual bubbly self. Instead, she looked drained, exhausted, and on edge.
But look, y'all, I'm telling you, if you don't stay prayed up and you don't keep faith, things can swivel in and take you out.
At the time, people thought she was just talking about business struggles, but was she hinting at something deeper?
For those that don't know, about 5-6 months ago, my husband and myself, we moved to Atlanta to expand our business.
She also admitted that moving to Atlanta had been harder than expected.
I'm telling you guys, like,
We'll talk about that later.
Transition, it wasn't necessarily a smooth one. It wasn't a hard one either, but it was something that we chose to do. And when you come to a new state or city and you're trying to learn people and you're trying to learn, you know, the things that they do, and that could be challenging. And coming here with our kids, just us and our kids, you know, it's just us.
And then she said something that now feels chilling.
And if you don't feel like you're a strong enough individual, some things may take you out.
Was she reaching out for help? Was she warning us? Or was she already losing control?
Honestly, if I'm being totally, perfectly honest, I'm having one right now. And the reason I'm going live is because sometimes you gotta reach out and tell people that you need love.
I guess about 7 months ago, something like that, 7 months ago, when my wife and myself, we decided we was gonna get a divorce, that we ain't gonna be with each other no more. We was just done with each other.
Here's where things get even more complicated. Around 6 months before the murder, Ronnell revealed something shocking. He and Keianna had actually planned to get a divorce.
She was tired of me, I was tired of her. We was gonna go on about our business. And as we sat in the truck and we said, hey, you know what, if we're gonna get a divorce, let's be civil. You know, we got kids, we got businesses. We said, well, let's just sit down and just talk about how this all gonna work out. Right. Meaning from a business aspect.
They literally wrote everything down. Who would take what? How the businesses would be split.
How we was gonna divide the business. And she go her way and I go my way, but we didn't want to compromise and jeopardize everybody else's future because we was tripping. Let's not destroy our businesses. Let's not tear each other's name down. Let's not do none of that because there's kids, there's family members.
But then they changed their minds.
By the time the night had reached us, God had changed our heart. And I start thinking back to Jesus when he was on the cross.
They stayed together, but had they already crossed a point of no return? On November 6th, 2021, something snapped. Inside their luxury apartment in Sandy Springs, Georgia, an argument escalated into something no one saw coming. Keianna, the same woman who preached strength and faith, grabbed a firearm. She fired at Ronnell, and then she turned the firearm on herself. When police arrived, they found both of them dead. A murder-suicide. No history of DV, no past police reports, no warning signs, except for that eerie Facebook Live. So what really happened between Keianna and Ronnell? Some say it was financial pressure, that starting over in a new city put too much strain on them. Some believe their marriage was broken long before the move, and staying together only made things worse. And some think Keianna had reached a breaking point, one she never spoke about until it was too late.
I'm gonna be 1,000% honest with y'all when I say the most saddest thing is that their kids will never be able to have the comfort of possibly what really went on. You get what I'm saying? And another thing to really think about is that Atlanta is very much hyped. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love Atlanta for what it is. I'm very grateful and thankful for what Atlanta had brought to me. But a lot of things on the outside looking in is very much smoke and mirrors. You know what I'm saying? That's just me being honest and real with y'all, man. Like, Atlanta is really not the place to move if you are like a couple. Like, this is really like a city where a lot of single people would live. It's rare that you hear about people becoming couples and moving to Atlanta and staying together because the city is so, it's just different, man. It's a lot of negativity. It's a lot of demonic energy. It's a lot of things that you can just get swallowed up by when it comes to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And that's coming from a lot of people I know that actually moved to the city after they was already established into a relationship and where they at ultimately now. You know what I'm saying? Like, pay attention to that. I understand that the move they did was really, really big. I just wonder how things would have played out if they were still in St. Louis, man. You know, but at the end of the day, their children, their family is going to be the ones that have to honestly bear the burden of what, you know, ultimately went on with this. So
So, I'm about to be a newly single mom, and I am in the middle of a divorce. My husband is being incredible though, like really and truly. Like we're working together, everything's great, we're splitting everything down the middle, like, you know, everything is good. It is a very civil divorce with our daughter in mind, and I really appreciate that. However, you know, I'm gonna be on my own, single income right now, and he will be helping with her, he will be supporting her, you know, so essentially, like, I'm really thankful for that, and that I will not have to worry so much about supporting her. However, I will be on a very limited income, with buying a new house and, you know, paying a mortgage and all that stuff. So I've never done this before. I've never been on my own before. So if you have any tips, saving money, making money, anything like that, like, I would really appreciate it. Like, you know, coffee at home, you know, I take caffeine pills, I do my own hair, nails, everything. Like, I do all that.
Okay.
So yeah, if you just have any tips, like, I would really appreciate it, because, like, I'm a little scared right now.
Whole time she was only scared about her just being on her own and starting a life, but what she really needed to be scared about was her husband. She said he actually been taking it good. He said he was going to help, and it was actually seemed like she was surprised just to know how smooth it was going. It's not a reason that she was surprised that he took it the way he did. He didn't show her multiple times the type of person he was to her.
All right, so I do need some more advice now. Update on my last video, I have been hearing from God. But now that I'm feeling God's presence, it's like, bam, out of nowhere, just something happens. Like, is this a good thing? Is this, like, I need some words of encouragement here. Like, does this mean I'm doing something right? That, like, I've opened up my heart, I've opened up my mind to listen to God, and I feel like he has been talking to me. Not as loud as normal, but, like, he's been talking, and then just literally out of nowhere. Oh, and I destroyed my finger.
Wow.
Like, this is good, right? Like, the devil is after me because I'm walking with God. I'm doing the best I can, and then, right?
I don't know about y'all, but they just gave me chills, bro. Oh my God. Bro. This lady just said the devil is after me. Little do she just know, y'all, when I say that stuff just gave me the craziest chills, bro. Like, I have to take off my headphones because that is just, fam. This lady was feeling something was off the entire time. The whole time, that was possibly God, Most High, just giving her a feeling that something is not right. That's why she said she feel the devil is after her. The entire time, the devil was in her presence. Like, this is, I don't know about y'all, but if that didn't give y'all chills, man, please start praying, y'all. Please.
Like, please help. I know TikTok has all the answers to literally everything. So just words of encouragement, please.
Man. That is a lot. That is a lot.
So I'm turning to TikTok because I feel like it always has the answers, and I really need some advice right now. So what do you do whenever you feel like God is just being silent? Whenever you're used to him talking to you and he's just not right now? Like, what do you do whenever you have a path in mind and it's the only path you've ever known, but it's also always thrown hurdles at you, and it's always, like, been incredibly difficult? Like, do you take that as, like, you know, hey, I need to stop and go in a different direction? Do you take that as in, like, God is trying to strengthen you through it? I don't know. Like, I've heard the saying, of course, like, you know, whenever you feel like God is silent, remember the teacher is always silent during the test, right? Like, all I want to do is what God set out for me to do. Like, that's it. Like, I've learned very recently that my plans don't matter. Nothing that I think should be done matters. So I just want to do God's plan, and no matter what it is, no matter how much it goes against what I think, like, I'm okay as long as I know that, you know, that's God's plan for me. Like, so just literally any advice you have for me, please just send it my way. I need it.
The craziest thing is this was recorded before the 2 videos, right? This one, the last 2 y'all seen was recorded beforehand. And it's sad to know that like she was even just coming because she's feeling something spiritually is imbalanced with her. And it seemed like at this time she possibly recorded this because she was going through a lot within her marriage or her relationship. And she probably just like, look, I need some plans. And one thing I had to learn is just being comfortable with the fact when having questions unanswered, and just walking with faith and not by sight. When you comfortable with questions that are not answered at the moment, things will start making sense. And in this, I can't even say he was silent because he was preparing you to come home, because that's ignorant of me, because I don't feel like he took her life. I don't feel like that wasn't no plan, man. Like that wasn't planned for her. That's just, I don't know, man. I don't know, y'all. Let me not even say that. Let me watch what I say, man, because this is just sad to just see.
On December 28th, 2024, police responded to a welfare check on a quiet neighborhood in Brandon, Mississippi. In the residence, police would find the bodies of 30-year-old Jennifer Sheffield and her husband, Brandon. It's being reported that Brandon killed Jennifer before unaliving himself. Family members stated they called cops after coming to the Sheffield residence and discovering evidence of foul play. When police arrived is when they found the bodies, shaking up many in this quiet community. It's still unclear what exactly happened, but Jennifer did change her relationship to single on one of her social media pages. It appears this was a case of domestic violence that led to murder, possibly because Jennifer wanted out of the relationship. Jennifer worked at the University of Mississippi Medical Center. She was described as a loving and kind mother. My deepest sympathy go to her family and friends.
The crazy thing is, man, y'all just never know what people are going through behind closed doors when it comes to relationships, y'all. Like me just looking, like glancing at her channel, the smile on her face, you would never think she's going through anything, y'all. Y'all just don't know. This lady had children, man. And not even to mention, y'all, I know y'all probably don't care about this, but allegedly the family held a joint funeral for both of them. For them too, like together, like even though it was a murder, you know, took them life, the family held a joint funeral for the two. And I know a lot of you all are going to say that. I know situations like this is what divide families, family trees, like the mother side, the father side, they go at it. But I guess, yeah, the time like this, you just think of the life that once was more so than what was the outcome of what happened. You get what I'm saying?
So yeah, that video kind of gave us a glimpse into her mindset as she was preparing to transition into life as a single mother. And despite the separation, you can kind of hear her emphasize that she and her then estranged husband Brandon were ready to move on, put their daughter first, that things would work out. And again, note how she describes Brandon as being, quote, incredible throughout the process. And Jennifer goes on to acknowledge the challenges that she will face, or that she's planning on facing ahead, because it's not going to be easy. But nonetheless, she appeared to remain hopeful.
You know, I'm going to be a mom, single income right now, and he will be helping with her. He will be supporting her, you know. So essentially, like, I'm really thankful for that, and that I will not have to worry so much about supporting her. However,
sad, and what makes this so chilling is that this would be the last time she would ever share an update on social media. On December 28th, police in Brandon, Mississippi receive a call. And they receive a call from concerned family members about this possible foul play at the Sheffield home. This is per reporting from multiple local outlets. When authorities arrived at around 7:19 a.m., they would discover just a devastating scene. Both Jennifer and Brandon were dead from apparent gunshot wounds. But this is where it gets even more tragic. The Brandon Police Department told local news that Brandon Sheffield appeared to have been the one who shot Jennifer before turning the gun on himself. The man that she originally praised for his support through their divorce was now the person allegedly responsible for taking her life. And back to their child, by the way, according to People, the couple's daughter was home at the time of this incident, though there's not a lot of information on her status at this point. But according to her obituary, Jennifer had 2 daughters, by the way. Now, the investigation is ongoing because local authorities are trying to piece together exactly what happened here, particularly since there is a lot of confusion surrounding Brandon's purported actions. That's what makes this tragedy even harder to comprehend. You heard the TikTok video from Jennifer. According to Brandon's obituary, he was even described as a devoted father who enjoyed spending countless moments with his family. Those who knew the couple are struggling to understand how things could have escalated so violently and so quickly from what seemed like what was truly an amicable separation.
Yeah, how do you even get past that knowing, like, their daughters have to go up grieving that they lost both of their parents in the same day? And how can you grieve when you know that it was like a selfish thing, man? Like, who do you grieve more about? Like that is some that like as a I wouldn't know how to feel. Like you like being mad is an option, but it's like the person is gone, man. It's crazy, bro.
Jennifer's friend, Faye Lott, said in a statement to WLBT regarding Brandon, "He's never been a violent person that I was ever aware of. I was with her when they met, and I've always loved him for how he loved her. So it's definitely hard trying to understand something we will never be able to."
I don't even know how to feel about this, y'all. I just want to send prayers to the families involved, man, because how do you even go about this? How do you even go about this? And the thing is, I'm trying to look for answers, y'all. The most scariest part about this is that there are no answers. The family don't have answers. There were no messages behind. No articles that just explain what could have happened. Nothing about the child, probably because they're minors, so they probably can't put what they said or whatever it is. But it's like no answers. Everybody know them as just these exciting people. Her friend spoke. As y'all seen, it ain't the first person. Like y'all can go look at the whole. All of both sides of the family looked at each other in very high standards. None of this was never nobody could have ever guessed anything like this was going on, let alone DV. So to know that this went on is just something that is just honestly confusing that nobody will ever have the questions to, not even the children. Would never know the why. Hello. Suspect mom made her live with the, whoa. Hold on. We got to get a story time about this.
Right now, it's probably because you came. So if you're here right now, it's probably because you came from my other video.
Right.
And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can go look on my page. It's the video right before this one. But if you are here, hi, I'm Jaden. I posted a video earlier and I said, suspect's mom made her live with the dead body for like 3 to 4 years. I posted that.
Right.
That body was not just a body. It was my grandma.
Sorry to hear that.
This is my mom's biological mother, my biological grandmother. This is my mom. This is me. My mom again. And as the story goes on, you're going to see why I only have pictures with her from when I was little.
Okay.
So, basically, I really don't know where to start. I haven't really talked about this, like, actually giving my, like, full story to anyone. So this is kind of really the first time that I'm really, like, coming out with everything. And I just want to say before I get started, I'm still a human. My grandma was still a human being. She's resting now. I'm okay now. My mom is in jail. So basically this started when I was about 11 or 12. I think I was 11, just turned 12 maybe. I know I was in the it was 7th going to 8th grade. So my grandma, she used to be like a pretty healthy person, but I guess strokes like run in like her side of the family or something. Because my uncle ended up having one too. Well, he had one before my grandma actually. So my grandma had like a little stroke. I don't know like the categories of strokes or anything like that. So as time like went on, it started getting worse and like worse. Like she stopped working, stuff like that. one day, I guess she was trying to get, like, on her bed, and she had a stool by her bed, a wooden stool. It was like a big-ass stool, I'm not gonna lie. It was by her bed. I guess she was trying to get on, or she was getting off, and she fell. I don't remember which one, because we were just coming home, and, like, it was like a whole thing. So I guess she falls. We come into the house, and she's like calling me. She's like, Jaden, like come help me. So I tell my mom, I'm like, let's go help her. My mom tells me no. My mom tells me to close the door.
What?
So me being a kid, I kind of had to do what my mom told me to do. I had to close the door. Me and my mom would go get food, and I would purposely not eat like a lot so I could like sneak my grandma food in there. And so my mom found out. She told me to stop, so I had to stop.
What?
And, like, for like the next few days, I heard like really loud crying. Like I heard her crying. She was crying a lot. I couldn't do anything.
Wow.
And then one day, it just stops. I never heard it again. That cry was the last thing I ever heard from my grandma.
Wow.
A lot of things happened like during those few years, but I'm really just
Basically starved her grandmother to death. That's crazy.
trying to like sum it up so I could post this on here because I am gonna make a longer video.
Okay.
So weeks go by, my mom acts like it's normal. Months goes by, it's still normal. Years go by, it's normal. Mind you, like while all this is like transpiring, I'm still living a normal life. Like nobody knows what is going on. Like nobody. Only me and my mom knew. Which I still to this day don't understand. I've even asked my mom after why she did what she did, and she can't tell me. So
Right.
So the years pass. I'm really getting fed up like with it because mind you, like my house
You're
is
getting more
terrible.
mature.
I don't know if it was my grandma, but she knew that like I had to get out for us. So like the floors were breaking, the water stopped. The only light that worked in the house was the light in my room.
Okay.
Which wasn't even my room, it was my mom's room, and like it was a whole thing. I'll get into detail on another video. But mind you, the house wasn't in good conditions. I don't know if y'all have seen that like show Hoarders, but that is what mine looked like. My mom let it get that bad. We didn't have water. She would force me to use the bathroom in the tub. And I'm thinking this is all normal. Like, I'm a kid. I'm like, oh, like, this is normal. Like,
Right.
So what I did was I had an AC unit in my window. I cut the AC unit, and I kicked it out. Kicked it out, and I left. I ran, and I went to my best friend's dad at the time. I told him what happened. He let me cry. Like, he asked me what I wanted to do. He said he had like a sheriff friend, so he was going to ask the friend what we should do.
Right.
So he asked the friend, and the friend said, since it's such a live situation, like you're going to have to report it, or else I'm going to have to report, like the cop's going to have to report it. So we reported it. A cop came. They asked me questions.
You did what you needed to do.
To the house after that. My mom was barely getting home. They told her she couldn't go there no more. They needed to do a welfare check on my grandma, and I guess when they went in there, they seen what I was talking about.
Dang.
I forgot to add this in. When they went into the house, since my grandmother was there for so long, it wasn't a body anymore. It was skeletal remains.
What?
So
Nah. This crazy. This crazy, man. This is crazy. What? That's sad, man. That just hit, boy. Boy, that just hit.
The next day, I'm taken to an advocacy center. They interview me, and they're asking me questions over and over, and I'm giving the same answers. Like, my story doesn't change. So then I'm taken to the police department in my city, and I'm given to my dad. And one thing I'll never forget is on that drive home, I'll Be Missing You started playing. And I always used to listen to that song from my grandma, so I know she was telling me she was okay. They ended up fine. They couldn't charge my mom for like murder because she didn't actually like do any, which is kind of, I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah.
Because she didn't do anything to hurt her, but she like left her there. So she got charged with, I think, neglect to an elderly, or abuse to an elderly, and abuse to a child under 15. And she had a whole bunch of other charges, but I still don't really know like what they are, because I've never really looked, because it's not going to change anything, like
right,
what I went through or anything like that. But she is in jail. She's doing 33 years. She has tried to like contact me. She's had her friends try to contact me like from jail, and I give her the basics. I'm okay, I'm doing good, I'm grown. But I don't visit her, I don't call her. I've really only sent like 2 paragraphs in total to her, I think. And I asked her, why would you do this? Why? Because we were all close. Like when I get into the other video and like
she was probably collecting them checks, man. She didn't want them checks to start rolling in, and her mom probably didn't have health insurance, so she probably was just getting them checks.
Thing into detail, like
that's a lot of money to collect, especially if you somebody provider, you get paid and just collect their checks. It's crazy, man.
It just doesn't make sense to me. It still doesn't make sense to me.
How did nobody know in 3 years outside of them? Like, you got family, you got friends, she got family, she got friends. Like, they must have didn't have no family, because there's no way like that nobody checked up on her in 3 years. Her whole family had to know that was more mature than her at the time, what she was doing.
Still hurts me too. Like, I don't know. It was just weird. Let me add this too. This happened in Seguin, Texas. I now live in Louisiana. I completely left the state. I left everything. Like, I'm good.
Okay.
Now. But that's really all I'm gonna like get into right now, because I am gonna make another video, like I have said like 50 million times in here. But yeah. And I don't know like how people are just like finding out about this, because I do talk about it a lot. Right. I have really dark humor because I really went through some shit. So I like to make jokes out of my humor. I don't make jokes out of like what happened in a way, but I do like, I cope with it, you know? Like, right. It happened when I was like 12 to 16. I'm 21 now. I'm okay. My grandma's resting. I know she's okay. She's with the rest of the family. I just gotta keep living for her. So, yeah, that's my story.
How did she get past that smell, man?
If y'all could keep the comments nice, because, like, it kind of took a lot for me to, like, talk about this, because I haven't really said anything, really. But, yeah, if y'all could keep it nice, I'd really appreciate it. Yeah, I hope if you're going through something, please don't be afraid to speak up. Shit, you could text me, call me. I'll get you some help. I don't care who's hurting you. I will help you. It does get better. There is light on the other side. Yeah, I don't really know what much to say because I'm going to start crying. But, yeah. I'm going to add this too. We did end up having like a vigil for her. We did have a funeral. We did celebrate her. So she got the proper like send off.
Yeah, that I was, ooh wee. Man, if this story didn't bring you to tears, then I don't know. Like, I'm actually not even done. There's some more parts to react to, but if this ain't bringing you to some type of like, just even the thought of feeling a life like, man, I really got to wake up. Like, I really got to call my elders. I got to check in on my people, because there's people like this in life that really go through something. She said this happened between, she was like 12 and 16 or something like that. Like, so for somebody that young to experience something like that, to walk in the house and probably realize, why does it smell like that? Oh, let me just ignore it. She opened the window, letting the smell get out. People just thinking it's outside. Oh, it's raccoons or something, like, oh, it's baby gat. Like, bro, that's probably why the walls was cracking and the pipes and all of that stuff, because it probably was maggots and bugs and things. And I ain't trying to, have no nasty thought, but it was probably just the decomposing part that was entrapped in that house that really was causing it. Like, and it's just sad to know that she really had, like this is a strong woman. All in all, just hearing her even speak about that, I know I couldn't. If this happened to me and I was that young, I wouldn't know what to say. And I'm just going to say this, man, y'all, comment some prayers down below for this lady. She needs it. I know she still go through it. Y'all, please comment. I don't care how many times. This post better not have nothing less than 10,000 comments and 10,000 likes. Likes for the prayers. 1 like equals 1,000 prayers. 10,000 comments, spam the comment, whatever it is, show her some love and show her some respect, man. She should be able to read this and be able to see the abundance of love, the abundance of just support that she's receiving by just visualizing it. She feeling down or whatever it is, she should be able to come back to this video and be able to read comments of just people being able to support her in a time like this. You get what I'm saying? Like, I really don't know what to say. All I got to say is, man, I'm praying for you. You know what I'm saying? We all praying for you. We all support you, and just keep your head up, man. Like, I'm sorry that you had to experience something like this, and I do hope that, you know, later on in life that you're able to just forgive your mom for what happened. I know you may not talk to her like that, but I just hope you're able to forgive. And, man, that's just hard, man. That is hard. Like the grandmother had to do something to her daughter for her mother to want to do that to her and just watch her starve to death. Like, that's just crazy. She was crying for help, begging for help. Please, please. That's just crazy, man.
I've been reading some of y'all's comments, but some of them don't really make sense. Like, you can use common sense to answer your questions. But like, you said, like, why was I scared at that big age? 12 is not a big age.
Yeah, I would say 12, not. I'm 24 and I'm still scared of my parents. Like, I don't know what you talking about.
I'm only what, like 4'11" at the time, maybe 90 pounds, and my mom is a big girl, a big ass girl, big as the fuck. And I mean, logically, if you think about it, if your mom left your grandma there with nothing, would you not be scared? Like, what? I don't even know if I said it in the video, but I'm pretty sure I did say that, like, I was getting abused too. I said that, like, she never let me out her sight. I was with her 24/7. She knew everything I was doing. Like, it was the whole thing. Like, one time I got in trouble for not wanting to play basketball anymore. And mind you, I ran away like 8 times and was always brought back. A cop even told me, you shouldn't be running away, you have nice name brand stuff, while standing at the door that leads to, well, not leads to, because we were outside, but leads to the hell house. So, I mean, obviously I was fucking scared. I couldn't get away from the shit. And I'm not trying to be rude or none, but like, I didn't have to come out with a story. I didn't have to give y'all a story time. I could have just like posted my video and went on along with it, but I posted it because I wanted to. So, I don't know. If you're going to drop a dumb question, just think hard and long about what you're about to ask me.
Why people even bashing her? I'm looking at some of these comments now, bro, and people just sick, bro. Like, people talking about some, why you ain't do this or why you ain't do that. You don't know what a smell is, bro. She was 12. Going on like dang near what, 15, 16 when all this stuff was going on, bro. Like, people not finna think twice about stuff like that. Like at 12, people are still terrified of, it's people who's, I got homies, they terrified of spiders and snakes. Like, bro, people are terrified no matter the age. Like we were that age once to know what the expectation was as being a child. You weren't informing anything. You weren't standing, calling. It's people who come out about things that happened to them when they were 12, where they're finally able to speak about it and they're 40. Yeah, I seen some of the reactions we did where people are exposing these pastors for touching them at 12 and 13. And you get what I'm saying? Like, this girl is telling her truth. Like, so anybody got anything negative to say, you getting blocked, man. Like I said, man, rest in peace, Miss Jackie. That was her grandmother. I do hope that, you know, you're just able to still find that peace and healing and even just acceptance and forgiveness of what your mom had did. I know just you've been talking to her and I wanted to talk to her as like a thing, but it doesn't make no logical sense on why this went on. You get what I'm saying? But prayers to her, y'all. Send an abundance of love and support her way. Like, that's all I can say. I see you all tomorrow, man. Be safe.